Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today I am going to show you how to remove the belt or loosen up the tensioner on your 2007 Ford Fusion or Mercury or any similar type of engine like this. Now, a lot of people are trying to change the thermostat on these cars. Well, Ford just knew it was a great idea to bury the thermostat underneath this power steering. So basically you have to remove right here. I already removed it, but it's the reservoir. Okay, here's the reservoir. It was right here. It was connected to two hoses. I removed that. Right, that's the radiator reservoir. The next thing I want to do is I got to take this belt off, because if that oil or the antifreeze get in it, as you know, it's going to start squeaking. Let me show you how to remove this tensioner. Most of the work I'm doing it from the top of the car. Now what I will advise you do is jack the car up. See? Oh, I don't want to show you the license plates, but here's the engine, just so you can see the kind of car, to make sure your engine is similar. So one other thing I did, here it is. I removed this radiator plug, which is located right here. Anyway, I got a terrible angle, but basically it's on the right side of the car underneath there. You're going to see it because it's a red cap. You can't miss it. So I moved the radiator, the plug for the radiator, so that antifreeze can drain out. I moved the reservoir. Now I'm going to loosen up this belt, and then I'm going to take the power steering assembly off. And underneath the power steering should be our thermostat. Let me show you how to get to this belt to loosen up the tensioner. We're going underneath the car. So as you can see, I got the car jacked up. And always be safe. I got the jack. I got my jack stand, of course, for safety. But look, take a look on this side. There's another jack stand. Look, you can never be too safe when you're going underneath the car. So let's go under here and see exactly where. You're gonna need a 15mm socket, which I have that. You're gonna remove this cover. This cover is actually was behind here. Let's go into a wide view. So you're gonna remove this little plastic piece. Of course, you know, when you remove the plastic piece, you got these two, you know, that little contraption in there. Once you remove it, notice I didn't take the wheel off. The wheel can stay in place. But take a look. You see that? Let me remove this. Hold on, let me remove this. It's hard for me to get this off here. Now look, take a look at this. You see that bolt right there? It's not a real bolt, or nuts I should say. It's not a real. Wait a minute, let's get this good angle. It's right here. So once you put it on, that nut, watch this, look, take a look. You see that? Let me zoom in so you can see. See how it raises that up? That's what loosens up the tension, so you can remove that belt. So what I'm gonna do is probably step on this with my foot to push this down and then remove the belt. But in order for me to do that, I may have to scoot my jack over. Wait a minute, not really. Okay, see, I'm gonna push it down with my foot like that and remove the belt. you can see it moving up. That's what loosens up the belt. See, my foot is on it. And let's come to the top of the car. See, the belt is pretty tight. And watch this, I'm push down. And here's a word of advice. If you can, get someone to help push down on that pry bar for you so your hands can be free to remove that belt. Me, I use this little small tool just to remove the belt because I didn't want my feet to slip off and get pinched or anything like that. So I basically took the, I'm working on the power steering. So as you can see, you see the bolt right there? That one don't necessarily come all the way out because that piece right there is blocking it. Then I took the bolt out of that one. And then there's one, you're not gonna see this, but it's literally underneath this wheel right here and it's going in. Just like these two are going in, that one also is going. So you gotta put your ratchet kind of back there the best way you can and just try to work your magic. You just gotta trust what I'm saying, and I think you can figure it out. It's pretty much the ratchet I had underneath there, taking that power steering pump off. I had it under here and on that bolt. So I want to reach under and take it off by hand the rest of the way. Okay, so once I move the power steering housing, basically I want to get it over to the side. Let's go to a wide view so we can really see this. And let me do this so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. I'm pretty much trying to all I'm doing is moving this over out of my way, basically. And look, here's the thermostat right here. That's it. So I'm going to take these two hoses off. This is the thermostat. Look how packed up that, oh, wow. It's unbelievable. All right, let's keep this thing moving. Let's get to that thermostat. So I want to point out something. This connection, I'm going to remove these two hoses first off of the thermostat. But I pulled this wire out because it was kind of in the way and I couldn't unplug it. But basically, oh shoot, basically I just removed it from wherever it's connected to and I'm pushing it out of the way. All I'm pretty much doing is moving that wire over to the side, out of my way, so it can give me a good line of sight to that thermostat and it's easier to work with it and take those screws off. So needless to say, removing the hose was very difficult. So what I did was spray WD-40 on it so I can remove the clamps. It's not the hose so much, but it's the clamps. You got to move it so far back. And I was able to move it back this. When I sprayed the WD-40 on it, it slid right back with no issue. So still working, getting these two hoses off. I was able to get the small one off first. And then I'm kind of wiggling this in a circle and pulling back at the same time. You can just, ooh, got it off. Okay, so I just took the thermostat off. So it was right there. Let me show you the thermostat. This is what I pulled off. All right, so let's put that to the side. Here's the new thermostat. All right, I see the gasket is on there. So let's put it on there. Now I'm going to tell you this right now, that bottom screw on here was a pain to get off. I actually had to go underneath the car and reach up with my ratchet and just make little small turns to get it off. it's no way to get it off from the top unless you got the right tools and some smaller tools. So with that being said, let's put this on.